What's up, everybody? This is MMA Fight Music producer Mikey Rukus, and you are listening to another edition of WMMA Jam Live with your hosts, Vanessa and Sabrina Cortez. Be sure to tune in every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at squadtalkradio.com/MMA Jam. And be sure to follow on Twitter for live news and updates at WMMA Jam Live.
Hey, fight fans, welcome to WMMA Jam Live. I'm your host, Vanessa, along with my co-host, Sabrina. Sabrina, say hello. Hello. Yeah. This is your first time doing this, that's fine, but welcome to YouTube.
I'm here to tell.
Finally. Okay, let's see. I still don't know. Can you tell me what you're like? I mean,
You suck at it.
that's how usually. So hopefully you can hear us. Thank you so much for joining us. We were laughing because the theme song is like, tune in every Friday. Probably shouldn't have put the date in there, but it happened. Because it's Saturday, woo!
You probably got confused with, okay, Friday to be at work.
I probably would start them up, today, of course, we will talk all things MMA. WMMA, of course, everything going down. We will be joined by Kristi Lopez, who just had her episode of Living Different. A warrior woman, I believe it was, on Oxygen with Air. So it's really nice. That's not cool. Yeah, you're a football player. But yes, we'll be joined by Kristi and like, dang, that's really good time. Well, we should do all time. So at 1:30, we're still trying to figure it out. But yeah. Saturday, sister, how are you doing? I know you like to work out. Was it? Weren't you talking about it today though? Or did you go today?
No, I won't do it.
But that was pretty fun.
I'm tired a little bit. I'm tired. That's why I never went on a Friday night. So there's a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
Doing fine, and then we'll show it there, but I like it.
Nice. All right, let's see. Well, let's see if I can see here. Hello. Is anybody else on? Oh no! I don't listen to the shows, so hearing myself laugh, that's embarrassing.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's like a people saying stuff.
Oh, okay. I think it hears us a lot more doing it through here. Like, it picks up a lot, yeah. Don't let loose. Okay.
Like the breakfast.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, and make it awesome. I was just going to say that. They probably ate a little bit too much.
That's hilarious. Well, we don't have too much time for this season, like 20 minutes, so we'll go straight in. Instant matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what really messes me up is we talk about Flash and like really like we talk about these matchups. Carlos Barza. Okay, Carlos Barza is taking on Joanna Jędrzejczyk. What? I know, I should. They're going to be fighting UFC 185 March 14th in Dallas, Texas. Carlos Barza, she got to go on a vacation to celebrate her win and everything, and now she's done. Playtime's over, and she gets to defend the title already. So exciting. What do you think of that matchup? Like, how do you think that fight's going to be? I mean, I guess with Carla, we've seen that she kind of can do a little bit of everything for the most part with wins. So.
I mean, I'm gonna win that halfway. And I caught the end. So, I don't know. It's so actually funny that she's pretty game.
Yeah.
Like, she'll go all around, she'll go wherever, she'll do things, pretty fun. So, we thought like if Rose would have had Joanna has and something like that, it would have been a different fight. So I don't know. I just wanted to have it. I was okay.
That is so fucked up. A bee is trying to attack.
So in a way, like, I was gonna get some step up in it. Opponent step up. So
yeah. Yeah. We're gonna need you to watch our back while the show's going. Good. Thank you. Let's see. I'm just trying to get it on. So, I mean, Carlos Barza is 10-2, Joanna's 8-0.
There's no letters in there.
So, it's a good matchup. I guess I didn't really think of that being the next, fight for her, but I think it'll still be good. Paige Van Zandt will be facing Felice Herrig at UFC on Fox 15. That's April 18th in New Jersey. I mean, it's not a good matchup. It's crazy, Paige, she is.
Oh. I think that bee was trying to attack me outside when I was about that earlier, too. Like, oh no, he's trying to get me. The bees always looking assassinated by the spiders. What's up?
All right. I was trying to say, Paige Van Zandt, Felice Herrig. Paige, though, man, she looks really good on her debut. She's only 4-1, Felice is 10-5. So that's a crazy, I mean, I guess it's pretty good, but Felice, she has a lot of experience. I seriously would have loved to, but I know, Paige won, so, but how Jar was saying, Paige Van Zandt and Bart, Rose, Doug Rose, and Paige Van Zandt. I think that would be a really good fight. I would like to see them fight. I think it would be really good. But, Paige and Felice coming off wins. I think that yeah.
I don't know.
Paige against Rose against Felice. Yeah, me too. That's what I was like, it's, kind of crazy because Felice has a lot of experience, but Paige, she just looks amazing. And Felice, looked good. But, you know, there was like a difference. Like, Paige, like, was, you know, stepped up. It just seemed, you know, like, especially just the intensity that she had throughout the whole fight, you know, like, she looked really good. And I can't imagine her getting worse. You know, she's only going to get better. Especially for a while, she was injured, so she took care of that, and she still managed to come back and kick some ass, like, in a proper debut, so.
Yeah, I've been working with her here. I think it's only a little faster, and then someone will phone me, you know, okay. And people said, you follow it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's going to be a good fight, but I'm excited to see Paige again.
That's definitely a lot of men and
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. That's funny. But it's gonna be nice to see the ladies like getting back in there, because like once Tough was over, there wasn't like too much good feedback as far as Tough 20s, you know, the show itself went. So once it was over, like it just seemed like everything dropped. Like no one's talking about any of the ladies.
Yeah,
nothing.
At all. The only time I hear about that is
Yeah, their pictures they're posting. Or,
like someone retweeted. I was on Twitter earlier and someone had retweeted. I was like, oh, it's cool. I don't know that was but I can looking forward to like how she acts with I mean, why not? Like, what's one more fight? You know?
Especially for the girls now.
Yeah, because that might get you a little more like to the
yeah.
some of the shows that aren't selling up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because the women's fight are usually the most exciting women.
That's true. And I'm not even trying to be biased or anything. Like, come on. If they're better to watch, the girls, like, not to say the guys don't because they're all into it or there's not good guy fights. There's some really good freaking guy fights. Like, I'm sure Benson Henderson versus Cerrone is going to be a really good second fight.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's like, who knows how much he's fighting on TV season.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though he's gone in the room,
that's crazy.
But he's always game, so yeah.
And he seems fine,
then,
you know?
Yeah, he seems fine, but I really reason for him. He did that too. It's hard, like, when you try to think of the right time to one thing.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. But like, can you tell, I think it's even if it's fullness, like, strong in a good chance. Might be better than who wants to, but he's still really excited.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I would, because they're, like, both of them are, you know, like, some of my favorite fighters, so, and their style of fighting, you know, and their intensity, like, you know, it would be a really good fight, but it does suck that Cerrone doesn't get that time to really prepare for, because Benson's not just an easy opponent, like, that's a fight, you know, so that is kind of crazy to go into 2 weeks, and, I mean, it's not like he knew right after the fight. And he was Benson, so he partied for his win. And then, exactly.
So don't stop.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. One day, which is cool because I want to listen to Roberta play this because
oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Man,
I'm going to follow.
I'm pissed. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm pissed. You know, like, don't bring it up. Don't tell me, oh, you're making that.
So, yeah. But, and then he said he makes my sure that he did. And then he told me that. So,
yeah.
So, done and show the beard.
Watching that roll up. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. I mean, yeah, when you look at it like that, kind of sucks. Now I'm like, man, like, I don't know. I want to see him fight him now. Like, I wish he would have had some time to go to next session.
Yeah, but he's just rushing me to his thing. And just in the world now and see his body. Yeah. He doesn't agree. And it's next. You know, I know he walks around there and like the engine goes
But it's still exciting. Like when you think about it, like him just wearing something. I'm excited either way. But yes. Oh, you're talking about teacher trainings and stuff like I thought, you know, like people, of course, are starting to itch for Invicta when F11 comes out. So some of the matchups that I know, Karen LaRosa is beating that matchup.
No, God.
That's
After it's done, you already retired and done. You're still done.
Yeah.
It's like if you really like, I like Taylor Rosa. I've been a fan of Taylor Rosa for a long time. I think it's great. She's one of the best.
Okay, so you being a fan of hers, that last fight against Montclair.
Yeah, most Vikings I'm done fight.
Yeah.
Like if I was with Taylor watching on Steve, I still would have. Stay done, dude. Unless you really think, what's the point now? I don't know how old she is. She's pretty old in the sense that she's been in the game for a long time.
She has, yeah.
And I don't think she can hang in some of these fields anymore. And what's the point of doing this at that age if they're not going to be trying to do it to get up? You know, they're not
you're not reaching for that. She's 37, 21 and 5. A lot of fights. A lot of fights.
And Montclair has improved so much that if the Montclair that fought Kristi Lee fought Taylor Rosa, and Taylor Rosa fought that last fight, I think this Montclair will knock that Taylor Rosa out. So good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, I just don't see it.
Well, I think for me, this whole time I need to say inside from this. The way that she, you know, kind of came into the fight, the way she just kind of flirted around and was joking, and you know, she didn't take it seriously.
Yeah, those were our thoughts after.
Yeah, she didn't take it seriously. It was just fun, and you saw Monteferi, like, this is at the point where she is improving, and I'm sure that must be, imagine if you went in there and your opponent was just looking up. You know, I would have been like kind of frustrated, like, you know. Yeah, it would have been like, dude, like, let's fight. Like, you know how much I've been training for this fight, and you know, like, I thought you
felt bad about. I don't think I feel bad hitting her because
yeah, that's the point.
I kind of feel like how Donald feels when you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't get to knock you out, like, I'm going to buy a thing or and then again, that'll be my thought process.
You'd be attempting, right?
Definitely would have talked some shit. I know that my friend is not that person, but if I was fighting anything that was like that, I would have been like years ago.
Exactly. So the friends, like, when I saw that she was like, you know, back in the cage, I thought she was like, no.
Because why not just fall in love with this and do this again?
Yeah.
And you can still be great at that at
yeah.
And why put the head from it?
That's crazy. Peggy Morgan. So, I think she'll fight soon. you know.
And then she's putting in work until she looks really.
Yeah, she's doing it. Yeah. Yeah. But I still feel so bad. I don't know. She just seems like such a sweetheart. Like she seems
that's your problem.
Nice. Song it, but hit me. I mean, that's true, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there's something.
Just for like I don't know.
I think Alabama. I freaking better.
Of course, and I want to do 45 Impact titles, but
damn.
Cyborg needs a fucking fight. How about that?
I know. Well, that's why they were saying that Shannon can see Cyborg return. But I try not to get my hopes up too high because people just have a way of breaking it every time I think she's coming. Oh, yes. Especially Cyborg. I don't, fool me once. Shame on me. Like, but then they were saying Cyborg versus Amanda Bell. Like, I don't like like, I mean,
what's changing? Cyborg are fucking 45 during there's so many good matchups for her.
But yeah. Yes. Yes. Hell yeah. And
who's that 45 great?
I know Amanda Bell. Yeah, exactly.
They're good. I want to fight her. They're good.
Yeah.
I just don't.
As far as the matchup.
Yeah, I don't see anyone besides Aldana who's the same thing.
Like, I wish people would want to make weight to get Cyborg. Everybody wants to get Ronda. That's a long line. Like, go for somebody else while you're waiting.
Because if you really think about it, being Cyborg is going to make you jump in front of everybody in that.
Right? Exactly. Because everybody's Cyborg.
You got to take risks sometimes. You just take that risk and try a shortcut, and then if you lose, no one's probably expecting you to win anyway, so you're in the same spot.
Oh, right. You just get back in line.
Yeah. Who would give a fault you for losing the title?
I know.
Not that I'm just you. Well, I mean, he's here. It's like the first person to get a spot, but then we get our ongoing. Still, it's a lot. We have kids, one at our arms, the legs, elbows, and knees, so. No, usually definitely.
No, it's stupid.
Sam.
Take yourself out here. Oh, we're gonna do the 53. You want to do the 70?
No, I don't do it. You need more for it, not less.
You're fine. Let's see. A minute. Catch it and hopefully continue to defend her strawweight belt. Face Sandoon, well, Charmaine Tweet, since their fight fell through.
Oh, okay.
She wants to fight her, but she's kind of like, I'll fight Tweet, I'll fight Sandoon, I'll fight anybody. At least somebody's willing. Yeah, you just said.
I mean, that's a huge jump. Cyborg, no offense, but hey, she's really to go full spectrum.
Yeah.
She'll fight whoever.
Yeah.
You want to do.
Yeah. Like, I'll take this one because it's Valkyrie, but I don't mind Cyborg, but I would put her at the end of my list, like, oh yeah, I'll fight.
I think after 1 round with Cyborg, sit down in that. 2 rounds.
They're like, did you see him?
Yeah, the 3rd round with Cyborg, you know, you definitely make it into a lot of the different households that normally would because a lot of people don't want that. So either way, you know, if they any, you know, to get to this, even if it is like a big contract.
Well, at least you can say.
Some people won't even sign that contract.
Yeah.
Or walk up to that page knowing what when it comes, because you're probably gonna walk after it.
Oh, that's so funny. That's very cool.
It's scary, but it's not, because it's like,
It's
you
exciting.
need to think about her in general. She's just some kid
Yeah.
who's younger than me.
Yeah, exactly, right?
For me, it's like, there's no way anybody younger than me is gonna beat me up. I should have more, like, experience, you know, but then you look at it, and you want to fight, and it's, on paper, you kind of weigh the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not okay.
It's not the same. It looks the same. It's not.
I mean, I got to say, I'm both the two cyborgs.
Yeah, yeah. Let's call her out. All right. I'm gonna call.
You know where to find me, cyborgs. Look at your friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would be so nervous if you had to go with me cyborg.
Okay.
I know.
You probably just wearing a cyborg shirt at a fight. That's fucked up. You like go hang out with her.
I got like a jacket of you on, and I'm like.
You're in her corner.
We're friends, remember? All right, let's get Kristi on here, guys. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello, Kristi. Oh, hi. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay, or?
Oh yes, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
I saw your show. How weird was that? You know, like being on TV and not just, you know, anything. Oxygen's a pretty good, you know, network, and that just opens MMA to like a whole new group of people, you know. So, what was that like watching yourself on TV?
Well, I'm so happy that it is opening it to like another, you know, audience. Oxygen is a great network, and you know, when they approached me about the show, they really pitched it to me as like about women empowerment, and you know, basically it's called Living Different because it's each woman like they showcase does something in their life or is pursuing something that to some people would be considered different. And so for me, I thought it was really cool. It had a very like inspiring, positive message. So if it hadn't been something like that, then I probably wouldn't have done it. So when I heard that what it was about, I was like, you know, I can do this. And, you know, definitely, nobody believes this, but I'm kind of shy. And so like some of it was hard for me, you know, like I'm not used to talking about myself, or you know, sometimes you know people are staring at you and you're supposed to do something, it gets like awkward. And, but we definitely had some fun times. Like me and my brother laughed so much, and like you know my roommate, like it was fun, and you know it is kind of weird to watch yourself, but you know I was happy that it came across as positive. So it was cool.
It really did come across as positive. Like I enjoyed watching it, and it was cool because you do have your brother there helping you out, and your parents, they're there. Even if your mom's watching through her fingers, she's there, you know.
I know, right? She's such a gangster. I'm so, you know. I'm so proud of her too, yeah. She's like the sweetest. Like I tell people, I'm like, my mom is literally 5 feet, blonde hair, blue eyes, and like, you know what I mean? Like she's just like, hi, you know.
I know, she looks so sweet and shy. I was like, oh my goodness. And, did it make it kind of easier having to go through that whole process of doing the show, having your family there on your side?
Yeah, totally. Like, my family, you know, we really are tight-knit and have each other's back. Like, it's almost like mafia style. Like, you're with the Lopez's or you're against them. You know what I mean? Like, no, we really do support each other. And it's like, I feel so lucky to have that in my family, because it's like, really, it's like if you have a problem, you just call somebody. You know, we have each other's back without even asking questions, you know what I mean? And we didn't really show my older brother too much because, you know, he has his own family and he's up north. But the same thing with my older brother. You know, he's always there for me too. And we're just, very lucky, little wolf pack of my Lopez family.
I love it. I'm sure it makes it so much easier. And I think it's so awesome. Like you said, you come from a family of warriors, and, you know, your brothers and your dad, they box, and you have your brother on your side. Was it always something that you were just in love with because you kind of grew into it, you know, having your dad and everybody be a part of boxing? Or did you not want to join because everybody was doing it?
No, I think I've always been very feisty and fiery, and I grew up with all brothers. Like, you know, I have 3 brothers. You know, my one brother passed away, but then I have a cousin that grew up with us as well. So there was literally 4 boys in the house and me. So that was like the best fight training you could ever have. And then their friends would come over, and we would just like, we had some serious like Royal Rumbles on the trampoline, like WWE style, you know what I mean? And I've always been like an athlete, so I've always, you know, like pushed myself. I played, you know, water polo in college, and you know, I always wanted to box or, you know, fight. It was always on my mind, you know, like, you know, my family did it. I've seen them all. And I remember I saw the Gina Carano fight my little brother was watching once, and I was just like, man, I can do that, you know, like, I'm tough. Like, I was like, I love it. And it was like, it's somehow more freeing than boxing to me, because you can use, you know, everything. It was like you know, boxing is just your hands. When I saw MMA and that you could do everything, I was like, man, that's so cool, you know? So, I think it was my path in life. I think everything happened the way that it happened in order to the point where it you know, peaked, and I was like, yes, I'm ready to be a fighter, you know?
That's awesome. Well, I know you took your first AMI fight in 2011. You had a couple fights in 2012, and I believe you only had 1 fight in 2013. I know you're a busy woman, you're an RN, you own your own business, you're an MMA fighter. Was that why most of your fights were, you know, so far and few between, or was it just that you had a lot of trouble finding fights?
Yeah, no, it was definitely because I was so busy, and, you know, I pay like a lot of respect to the actual fight. You know I never want to take something where, you know, it's like I didn't get enough training. And in the beginning, you know, and especially I think more so on the amateur level, it is hard to find fights. You know, people get injured. You know, I've had injuries that kept me from a fight that I, you know, was supposed to have, and it happened. You know, and I did work, you know, as a nurse full time for a long time before I started, you know, the business just with my mom. And so it was hard. You know, it's hard to train as a professional athlete and have, you know, work, you know, as a nurse, or, you know, have your own business. So I think it was more so, you know, I was so busy, and then I never want to go into a fight where I'm not feeling like, you know, full savage beast mode. So more so that it was, you know, I was so busy with work and life.
Well, I know injuries are part of the game, but, you know, like you said, you got an injury and it might have kept you from fighting. You've broken your hand like 3 times. I think you lost a tooth. And I just like ruptured your eardrum, you know, and I'm sure when people look at you, they would never imagine that you would keep going, you know, doing something like this. I mean, does it ever like make you think twice, like, okay, maybe this is going a little too far?
Not really. I mean, I've always been okay with pain. Like, you know, when it's happening, I don't think it's as bad. Like, you just push through it. But when it's an injury that keeps you from training, or then all of a sudden it kind of like starts creeping up on you, and you're like, and like, yeah, my older brother, he did hurt his back to the point where he couldn't train anymore. So I do think about it, but at the same time, I don't think it would ever prevent me from, pursuing this. Like, I think, it's going to have to be something, I'm not going to quit until I'm forced to, I think a lot of fighting is the mentality, and it's like no matter how hard it is, you always keep going. And for me, sometimes when the harder things get, the more that I push, and because I feel like that's when you really learn a lot about yourself, or the outcome is so much greater when things are hard and you overcome it. It's like, man, I can do anything, and you just start to really learn about yourself and your heart, and, respect and honoring, and then you carry that with you into your day-to-day life. So, but I mean, it sucks. Yeah, it truly sucks. But I don't see it being a reason why, I quit. But I definitely am more careful now than I was at the beginning of fighting in terms of training, like accidents happen, but at the same time, you got to protect yourself a little bit, and kind of know, it's okay to baby yourself when you might be injured, or take a break when, you're pushing yourself too hard.
That's good. Well, I mean, during the show, we saw you get offered your second pro fight, and you only had 4 weeks to train. Your mom made you go to the doctor, your hand was injured. Did you feel because the show was going on that you had to keep pushing through, or is that just like you were going to go either way, knowing that it could have been a career-ending injury? Have you hit it wrong?
It was more so, I think, that I agreed to fight, and for me, that's kind of like, unless it was like, if it was like I couldn't walk, or it was like my knee or something like that, then I probably would have, thought about it. But I don't know why, I just always think that I can do it. And that's actually how I displaced it, because I actually broke it right around the time of tough tryouts. And I cut off my plaster cast and went to tough tryouts. When I took it off, my hand was like black and blue, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But I was like, I'm already here, So then I tried out, and it was horrible, and I didn't do that well because obviously my hand was severely broken. And that's actually what pushed the bone to separate, was at tough tryouts. And I haven't told anybody that except my immediate family and training partners. And then, I just really thought I could do it. I was just like, I can do this. The bone was, it was still, it's still like split a little, like it healed improperly, so it is a little weak. But at that time, I felt like maybe not everybody else, but I felt like it was healed enough that I could do it. But I don't know if that's just me being crazy or.
But I love it. I love that passion where you're like, you know what? It'll be fine. It'll heal eventually.
Everybody's looking at me like, really? And I was like, oh, yeah, let's do it.
That's so crazy. But I love that about you, and you did it, and you came out with the win. Luckily, you didn't have to go through too many rounds. You ended up getting TKO in round 1, but of course with punches, so you still used it. How was your hand feeling after that fight?
Because it's a little part of the bone is sticking out. Not really. It just feels like a little kind of like, I like to call it like X-Men, like I'm like a little spike in my hand. Yeah, the tendon kind of rubs on it a little, so I do have a little bit of pain, but honestly, it's really not that bad. And my option is really to have surgery to fix it, or I'm just gonna wait till it breaks again or whatever.
So it breaks itself back into place.
Yeah, and then I'll get it healed. But my grip's good. I baby it a little, and I make sure I wrap it properly. And I haven't had too many you know, issues besides just like a little aches, you know. So far so good.
That's so funny. You remind me of my sister Sabrina, who's the co-host. She trains at King's MMA. And
yeah, I saw that. It's awesome.
She's so like that. Like, I'm sure one of her hands doesn't even close right, but it's fine to her.
Aww.
Like, she's gonna wrap it and still hit with it, no problem. She'll deal with the pain later if it comes.
Yeah.
So that's
hilarious. So warrior women.
Yeah, right.
She's awesome too. She's great.
I know.
I'm sure she loves it, right?
Heck yeah, I love it. I've gone and watched her a couple of times train, and I went to the belt ceremony, and just being there, the way everybody is, the coach, like, it's so inviting and like family-like, and even I like being there.
Yeah, no, Master, he's great. Like, he's Master Rafael Cordero. He's, you know, really, it's a very positive, healthy environment. You know, and it's great to have in the gym, especially MMA gym. And I've never been at a place quite so inspiring. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many great fighters and people that train there and take the classes, and it's just a very positive, you know, atmosphere. It's great. Very warrior-like there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would go and I'll just prepare for the show, and I've even had him be like, "Oh, when are you gonna try?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know about that."
Yeah, come and try. Like, you don't even have to fight. You know what I mean? Like, just martial arts is just it's a game changer. You know?
Yeah, one day
I will train with you.
One day I will go and train there. I have to try it out, definitely.
You have to tell me when.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Well, you train at King's, you also train at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. They're both amazing gyms. What has it been like for you being at these places, getting that type of experience?
It's been great. I mean, Eddie is, you know, he's one of the nicest, you know, guys ever, and he's so funny, and he's really been there for me as a friend. And, you know, when I was first starting out, you know, he cornered me in, like, you know, a couple of my amateur fights, and it was like, for him to help me, you know, corner me on an amateur level was just, you know, I'll always be so grateful to him for that. And, you know, he's always supported me and helped me out, and, you know, I've learned a lot at 10th Planet, and all the guys are super cool, and it's, you know, it's very laid back, and, you know, it's a little bit much driving everywhere, but, you know, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, because I've learned so much at each of those gyms, you know, and really made, you know, lifelong friends and family that I'll have forever, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. Eddie Bravo, I'm a fan of him as far as his podcast. So I was like, oh man, I cannot imagine being able to train with that guy. It must be so awesome.
You know, Eddie cracks me up. Like, sometimes he'll do like, he does like 15-minute stand-up before class. You know, like, it's not real, like, it's not supposed to be stand-up, but we just talk, like, in the class, and sometimes he'll tell us funny stories, and, like, yeah, he's freaking hilarious. Like, he's so funny. And so he's, you know, it's fun to have him, like, when you're, you know, doing things, you know, like fighting, and he's around, you know, it's like he's very, you know, he's got your back, but then he's also really funny, too, so it kind of, you know, makes it, you know, easier. And you should totally come to 10th Planet too. He'd be stoked to have you.
That'd be awesome.
Come check it out.
Yeah,
you can totally drop it.
Me and Sabrina, we're gonna go over there and check it out.
Yeah, and tell me when you guys go too, and I'll tell him you guys are coming.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I love it. You know, when I think of somebody coming out of King's, I'm like, oh shit, like, this is going to be a good fight. And when I think of somebody coming out of 10th Planet, I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a good fight, you know? So to come from both those gyms, you know, it's like, it's crazy. So I can imagine. And I mean, you've done well. As an amateur, you went 3-1. Your first fight, you got TKO in round 2. As a professional, you're 2-0. As we saw, you got your last fight with a TKO in round 1. Your first fight was in the beginning of 2004 against Tyra Parker. You got a split decision win. You've been up against Rachel Cummins, Carrie Lichtenwalner as an Ami. What for you, out of all your fights, has been your favorite or most memorable fight so far?
I never really thought about that. Yeah. I think my, your first fight is always going to be, that's like your first fight where you start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just like where your dream begins. So I think you'll always have like a good like nostalgia for your first fight. Like, I think going pro was my first pro fight against Tyra was I felt it was like a really good fight for me in terms of like I felt like I was like I'm finally doing it after all these years. I'm gonna be a professional MMA fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a good fight. She was. She's got quite a bit more experience than me, and she's very good at jiu-jitsu, and she's very technical. And so it was a good fight, a good back and forth. And I think maybe I might be most proud of that fight just because it was like my professional debut, and she had good technique, and I was in like more her hometown, and I still pulled it off. And she broke my nose in the first round. I don't think she knows that either.
Oh my goodness.
She beat me in the face. Yeah, broke my nose the first round, like the first minute. So I fought that whole fight with a broken nose, and nobody believed me. And then I ended up later on going to the doctors. And yeah, for sure. I just remember I saw bright white light, and then I smelled and tasted blood, and I was like, that can't happen again. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm broken. Yeah, but I think my first pro would be a tie in terms of
Well,
yeah.
That's insane. She broke your nose the first round, and it went the whole fight. It went to decision.
Yeah.
You ended up winning split decision with your broken nose. But of course, you fought through it. It was no big deal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, did taking that second pro fight, having them record it and knowing that it was going to be televised, not just all these MMA fans watching, like we said, a whole new group of people would have been tuning in. Did it kind of make it more nerve-wracking, or did that not even cross your mind as you were going into that fight?
Yeah, obviously, there is more pressure when cameras are on you, all the time, and I wanted to represent very well for my gyms, and, everybody tells me I need to work on that, but I really feel a lot of, it's not even pressure, I really want to, make, my trainers and master and everybody, proud, and, show them their hard work is paying off, and having the cameras on you, it really added a different layer. They filmed my weight cut, which they didn't show any of it, and just like I said, I'm kind of shy, so having people around all the time watching me is kind of adding stuff to it. But actually, I was supposed to fight 3 other times before that, and one supposedly she got injured, the other one supposedly got pregnant, and so I was just happy. And she was, the last week opponent changed, a girl backed out the week of the fight, a different one. And so I was just happy that a fight actually happened. I felt like it would be good, to show that part of a fighter's journey is going leading up to the fight and actually getting a fight. So I was happy that after 4 other girls in fights falling through, that, finally they were, had somebody. So it was crazy, but yeah, it definitely added a different layer to the whole experience. Especially when you're doing weight cut and they're like, okay, the cameras will be there at this time in the morning, and you're like, oh my god. Yeah.
I guess you just have to think of it as it's preparing for big time, right? You're making your way up.
I hope so, right?
When you're in the UFC limelight, you're like, oh, this is nothing.
I hope so, yeah. Anyway.
Well, like I said, I know you're a busy girl. You're RN, you have your own business, you're a fighter. Are you looking to take a little break so that you can be 100% for your next fight, or are you ready to go whenever the call comes in?
I believe in being prepared for a fight. I don't like to take a fight on super short notice. I always train though. I'm the guys in the gym are always like, Kristi, you're always ready. You're always here. You're always training. So I think I could fight at any time. But if it's UFC or Invicta, and it's, of course I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
In case
like,
anyone's listening, UFC.
Yeah. Tell it your girl. But yeah, you know, I do believe in preparing. Like, I like the whole, like, you know, giving respect and honor to the fight as like a warrior. And like, it's funny, like I really feel like an old school warrior getting ready for battle when I you know, getting ready to fight, you know. So I like to have the time to prepare. I'm hoping, you know, as you know, the more fights I get, that the more, you know, I can focus maybe more on straight fighting and training, you know, and not having to work quite so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, I mean, if you know, I could take a last minute fight, you know.
Well,
I almost think sometimes it might be easier if it was like that. Like if you didn't know when the fight was going to happen, then all of a sudden somebody just jumped out and was like, "This is it." And then you just have like the nerve, you know, like. Like I think I would do so much better, you know, like have the like lead up and everybody, you know, it's like, damn, your fight's today. It's like, oh shit.
that would be awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Well, like I said, I really enjoyed watching the show. I think, you know, you did a great job representing yourself, representing women's mixed martial arts. I love seeing the behind the scenes story without, you know, all this other stuff involved. Like on Puff, it's like how many girls and all this drama. Like I really like just being able to hear your story and get to see you training and stuff like that. I had seen where you had said, you know, I believe if you never step out of your comfort zone, then you're not accomplishing all that you could. Safety and comfort can inhibit your dreams and your ability to achieve them. You know, you talk about being shy and all this stuff, but you know, you stepped out of your comfort zone and you did the show that went everywhere. And I can only imagine that this is going to take you further in your MMA career and in anything else that you do. And I look forward to seeing your journey.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
No problem. I really look forward to seeing your journey and seeing you get back in the cage and watching you progress. I can only imagine if you can do it in short notice with a broken hand or keep going with a broken nose, that you're going to be just fine when you're able to go in there nice and healthy. So you take care of yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that too.
No problem. Well, I don't want to keep you for too long, but before I do let you go, can you let our listeners know where they can find you on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff? Also, I know you have your skincare line, so maybe if you want to throw that out there, let them know where they can get some of that good stuff.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much. My Twitter and Instagram name is Kristi Lopez MMA, and it's spelled with a K. And I also have a website, www.kristilopez.com, and they can find our skincare line. It's called Toot Skin Savant. My mom named it after me. That was my nickname when I was a kid.
Thank you.
So Toot Skin Savant. And also want to give a little shout out to my little brother Evan. He's a musician and he's awesome. And he has a website too. And he was on the show, my little brother on the show. EvanLopez.com. And thank you to my gyms, Kings MMA and 10th Planet. Couldn't do it without you guys. All my friends and family. And thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you, and I really look forward to seeing more of you. And I'll definitely see you at Kings, and me and Sabrina will try and make it out to 10th Planet.
Yes, we're going to train together.
All right, sounds good. All right, Kristi, girl. You have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.
She is such a sweetheart. I love talking to her. Well, that was Kristi Lopez. Find her on Twitter, Instagram, Kristi Lopez MMA. Her website, KristiLopez.com. Skin Savant. I mean, that girl looks good. I'm gonna get me some of that skin stuff.
Sorry.
Oh, goodness. She said that the next person to let her know, and she wants us to go to 10 Planet. So she said that any problem does like, well, kind of does like stand up. There's like 15 minutes before practice. Yeah, you know, it's like a free show, you know, and training, show and training. I'm down with that. Okay. There's a fight this weekend.
There's 4 fights this weekend. There's Bellator, and there's Legacy Boxing, or Legacy, I think it was.
Oh, Legacy is taking?
No, it was last night.
Oh.
I think that's Pat Rarian. Pat Rarian, that's it.
Ooh.
Tonight is the big show, WMMA fight. Sunday is the You know what I wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
So that was fight. Johnny Hendricks versus anyway, I feel like it's something situation. And it's because Johnny Hendricks didn't want to wait to fight again and blah blah blah. But next person, however, they fucking they took the title fight away from Warren McDonald so that they're gonna get that trilogy. And then Warren McDonald signed on to fight Lombard, I think. Which is something hard as fight because Lombard trilogy. But they, Sean did.
You know Hector. I know him.
And then Johnny Hendricks could have been whoever I think it was.
Hendricks Brown.
Yeah, Matt Brown. It's like, why did they just do Hendricks versus Rory?
Yeah.
Like, whoever wins the title fight. Now there's like other people in it.
Yeah.
Because what if, I want to say Captain Lombard registration. Lombard is Rory, or what if Matt Brown is Johnny Hendricks.
Like they fix these fights. So because they assume that the person they want to win is going to come out the winner, you know. But it's MMA. It takes one shot. It takes, you know, all it takes is one thing for somebody to win a fight, and it could be the other person. But you're not setting up the same opportunities for that other person. They're just there. It's like, oh, they won, but are they going to be moving up like the other people? No, because they were like throwaway fighters for the most part. Yeah.
So like,
it's just the way they have everything set up. Yeah.
You broke Rory's heart. So what? For him to not fight at least Johnny Hendricks to be who could.
It like pushed him back.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If he was going to fight you on one, then another one will be another three again. But but you could establish that before Rory got signed on to fight?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think it's not like that. Maybe Matt Brown and then. But, I don't know, I thought it was when I read that, I was like, that's not that.
But, you know, they're stuck up on that. They're stuck on that. That's how it was. I know Maybe Cage is this weekend. Today, right? Fighting Spirit at Ashley taking on Amanda Leroy. Shauna Anderson taking on Mary Charbonneau. That's going down. What was it? Well, the fight this weekend, UFC fight this weekend. Conor McGregor versus Dennis Weaver. Let's see. For the early prelims, they got Matt Van Buren taking on Sean O'Connell. Why is Sean O'Connell looking the gorilla team? And Matt Van Buren is on Tough Night. It's not that guy. Okay. Also on prelims, the Technique Makita taking on Josie Sanchez. That's on Fight Pass for the prelims. And this is Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday after the football game.
Sunday in Boston. Early prelims start at 3 Pacific, so 6 Eastern. Prelims, regular prelims on Fox Sports 1 starts at 4 Pacific and 7 Eastern. For the prelims card, we got Charles Rosa taking on Sean Soriano.
So I read a story about this. They had a company about Charles Rosa. He's from Boston.
Oh.
So he's coming home, and then the guy he's fighting is from Boston.
Oh, shit.
So he was talking about whether that's he's on the whole show, but it's just
Shut up. That's awesome. Yeah, I just.
As a fellow flag stealer.
I like that they're both from Boston. Yeah, makes it a little funny. There's Johnny Case taking on Frankie Perez. Patty Callahan taking on Shane Howe. You know, hello. Zhang Lepeng taking on Chris Wade. I know. Got John Howard taking on Lorenz Larkin. John Howard 22-10, Lorenz Larkin 14-4. Man, John Howard. And you got Paul Pendred. He was on Tough 18 as well, taking on Sean Spencer. For the main card, that starts at 7. Norman taking on Gleason Chidao. Norman is 21-2, Gleason 39-10. 39-10, man.
I think if you can last around the thing, let's go down.
Yeah, he looks like it looks like it'd be a pretty tough first round to go through. Like, especially when you see them right here, like side by side. Uriah Hall taking on Ron Stallings. Looks crazy. Donald Cerrone taking on Benson Henderson. Another. Man, I like them both. I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard one to pick for me. I want to choose Cerrone, but I really like Benson Henderson. I know Cerrone, even though it's only 2 weeks and he made a party, he's gonna go in there freaking strong as hell and give it his all. But I think I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna take Benson Henderson on this one.
I think you're wrong.
That's fine. Okay, let's see. And for the main event, Conor McGregor, the notorious Conor McGregor taking on Dennis Seaver. McGregor is 16-2, Seaver's 20-9, and 1 no contact.
I got McGregor. You know what? He sells. He sells himself very well, and you can't hate on that. And he wins. As long as he's backing it up, he'll lose the same thing. So he can't back it up no more. I got my murder. Do I think he deserves to fight Aldo next? No, I don't. I think Frankie ever does. Or Frankie versus McGregor. But I don't think he deserves Aldo next. But Frankie has had his chance at Aldo already. So everybody knows he won from last week that yes, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
And Aldo versus McGregor world style. So, in it, if you really think about it, it would be an interesting fight.
And to be completely honest, I want to see something new. I don't
Yeah.
like when, trilogies and stuff. Yeah, it's cool, and I get it. Fights are close, but, they were close, and you lost, and the next person gets their shot. I believe in that, So, I don't know. But...
Carter Long was versus Cynthia. Just because, they're going to go after the money. Especially if he wins, he's been calling the shots, he's been losing it. And if he does it again, I mean, why not?
Who do you want to see?
Carter Long.
He fought Aldo.
Yeah, I know he lost Aldo. He was a fight before the second to last fight Aldo. He lost Aldo and he came back and that's the really long ride. So the Carter Long is still on the ride. And they have both I think both have good people to stand up. Both have McGregor's gonna get Aldo. And then let Aldo pick them apart. Fuck it. Let Aldo pick them apart. So we all enjoy it. Or let's see something interesting happen. Who knows? Maybe it is the end of the Aldo era. Maybe it is the beginning of the Conor McGregor era. And even if it's not, say McGregor wins, and then what? The best thing ever? I mean, as long as we keep the fights or interesting fights and because I don't like them belt taking hands that are in the wall.
Puts a little more, instead of having to see the same guys fighting over and over and over, like, it gets boring, even if they are close to fights. Like, you want to see different people fighting. Like, I don't know.
On the other highest level.
What's the big birthday?
But that's the only thing about that fight. I mean, I probably won't watch football tomorrow.
But if you're gonna watch football, that just makes sense. But, like, that's why I'm saying I'm mad, but it's still football and it has to finish. It's still going. I can't just,
But yeah, so
did you? I don't know. I saw on Facebook. I know you don't go on Facebook. Becky A.B. I want to say congratulations to her. She posted that having a little snow baby. She put up a post that a new blizzard has been forecasted for 2015. The snow angel will be arriving in July. She's pregnant with the first baby. There. Oh yeah. And she announced all, like, heck yeah, and I look forward to her return in the fall already. Like, already planning, maybe in July, training for your fight. That's right. I saw Kathy Robbins got re-signed to Invicta. And I know Stephanie Skinner's been trying to get a fight with her. Like they're all, oh yeah, like RFA should like, you know, sign a fight for us, and they keep going back and forth. But she got signed like 4 or 5 days ago, re-signed to Invicta. So it'll be interesting to see if they've been watching, you know, like are they going to sign Stephanie so that these two can get their fight? Because Kathy, I think she's like 4 and 5. I think like 4 and 5 or reverse. So, you know, she was like, I know that Stephanie and have a fight each other, you know, like they want it anyways.
Yeah, we have the audience.
Exactly. And a lot of people have been like retweeting it and, you know, so they want to see it. I know Invicta was like asking, who do you want to see? You know, what are some matchups you like to see? I know you said how Alana should get on up and go against Cyborg.
Some more tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
Some more rice. I will help you eat it. I'll gain 10 pounds.
Right?
I said it won't.
I will.
Me too.
Me
Definitely want to see a but definitely want to see their costume and get back in here. I know they're talking about it. I hope it actually is very good. Fruition. I just want to get back in here. I think that's costume. She looks now, I know she doesn't expect herself.
Right?
You might put her in the mall.
Yeah. Or something. You know, that's why I don't get crazy with people. You know, Dina goes to train and she keeps getting beat up by that little.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. Well, Kristi said she wants them to be like fight, you know, and that's when you find out that you have a fight. So that's what I'm gonna do when we're at the gym with her. I'm gonna be like, fight for you and her. Then you guys gotta go at it. Oh, what? What happened to all the confidence? I thought you were gonna be at Cyborg. Oh. Sneak attack? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Did you? Oh my god. Like, don't say it. It's like talking about ghosts or something, like they're gonna show up right now and you're gonna fucking you know, I'm not scared, but it's when I think, like, I guess it's because you're saying, like, when they set up a fight, you have to wait, you know, you're gonna fight, you gotta train for it, you're thinking about it. But, like, you know, if we were hanging out with Cyborg and she got crazy, I might not think at the time, like, hey, she's gonna fuck you up, and I might, you know, like, bitch, like, what?
We're a little bit obvious. We're getting that California weather. And you, inside of his hair, you think of an asshole.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You want to say something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that moment, I'm not thinking, oh, this is Cyborg, and she's a fighter, and I'm scared to death. No. That's how I'd have to go into it.
Yeah, you have to.
That's why I get Kristi's thing, where she's throwing the fight that day. No thinking about it. We won.
Oh, yeah, we won something. Or you won something.
We did.
Technically, but again, like you talked about,
That's true. I did the retweet. I hit retweet. But we did win. Some UFC mini posters. So that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I want it.
We can set up our drawers with all our little things that I win. Yeah. I like it. Oh, and that Sarah Kaufman giveaway. We probably didn't win. And I was like, "This is Sarah Kaufman giveaway. Did you receive it?"
I did, and the thing is, I only thought to find the kid who's been added to it. You said you just look. So I just randomly saw it.
What? That's so hilarious. I thought I did.
I'm next. This was a 13 of Johnson versus Johnson next week. 2 weeks over versus Diaz.
Yes. Which is apparently Misha Tate and Sarah McMahon on that card. So we'll finally see the ladies on the UFC card.
We did Kim's fight tonight. I just scored 9-10. Dick Schultz versus Ryan Foster. So he has
very nice.
Then he got a fight. He's fighting Darren Craig.
Oh yeah!
And
congratulations. Well, you just say like Benny's, like they know.
Oh, Benny.
Nice. Oh yeah, Benny. Yeah. How exciting. I want to go train with it. Well, can I just go straight to the pro class, or?
You don't want to go straight to the pro class.
Oh my god, I'd probably get it like that. I would be in bed not able to do it.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I worked out how many days ago?
Kristi went really hard.
Yeah.
You guys are both training.
I trained like 4 days ago, and I'm still in pain.
You worked out 4 days ago.
Oh, did I say train? No, I worked out. Sorry, I worked out in the garage, not even anything crazy. And I was like,
that's good.
Yeah, it's not but I can't move, so it's kind of hard. Big kid. Kids these days, though. You know, like he was like, what? Oops, that's fun. Is that an app? I'm still excited for February. As it gets closer, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder what time of year is going to be. There's only a lot of people. I'm pretty much go Saturday. I enjoyed chit-chatting with Kristi. She was pretty freaking hilarious. I like her style. When I was doing research, that girl, like, I felt like I wrote down like this nice little resume. It was like she was a lifeguard at different California beaches. She had like all the like DMT certified, scuba certified. She was a lifeguard instructor. She first started MMA when she went to Puerto Rico to go to college. I totally forgot to ask her that she should try out for WWE Divas. She spent a month in Japan after college. When she was in grade school, she wrote 2 books and had a play and made her brothers, which I think she should bring it back, you know? So it was like
theater right here.
Yeah.
That theater.
Like now's her chance, she got on TV. It's like, oh, now these plays come into play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm down to be in it. We keep saying we're going to do a play. Imagine. And she like talking about ghosts and all that good stuff and things.
Oh, yeah.
She was the funniest in her husband. She was a junior with it. I and she did water polo in college. So she got a scholarship. This was like, it's like this like night, like trying to get into college. Like, oh, look at resume.
Yeah.
She's done a lot, and I don't know, it's cool. It sounds like because I know I read that she was homeschooled for most of the time, so like high school and like, you know? Yeah. But it seems like she's done so much, you know, like, right?
We'll try a friend.
It's crazy. Everybody have a good day. Sister, thank you so much, of course, for showing up.
Kind of showed up today.
Kind of showed up. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening in the chat room. Thank you to Kristi for coming on. Join us next weekend. Cindy Johnson. Sounded like
Johnson.
that will be next week. Thank you to Jay, Fresh Start Entertainment.
Not to call you out here, sir, but you called Madonna the next champ or something. You are crazy.
Madonna? He likes her.
Crazy.
Not cool, Jay. Not cool. Oh, I honestly don't, I forgot about her too. And I don't go searching for what she's doing. Like, I had seen when she had, like, called in to show live, like, the show. And I was like, oh, I didn't know, because he wasn't expecting her. And I kind of wanted to hear it, but only if it was live. I'm not going to go and give her point to that now. I'm like, I didn't give her that credit. Mikey Rukus for our theme music. And bye, guys. Oh, wait. Well, you know what? I should say bye while I'm looking for the button to help me leave.
I think that next week on the comment that Dan Henson was just and then Misaki. I like Misaki. I think Misaki was awesome fighting. He got two parts it wasn't too good. But before that and even after that, he was really good fighter.
Yeah, very nice. All right. I found it. Okay, bye.